But yes, when it goes to eschatology, I know there's a lot of non-religious people here, but for the Mahdi to arrive, before Jesus returns, the Messiah comes, I've been learning a lot more about eschatology. I'll get into that more into the stream. I don't want to get banned early on, but the world would be filled with justice, and the Mahdi will arrive when the Muslim world is extremely divided. He's going to unite the Ummah again. To me, it seems like that this could be. I've never seen it like this. Obviously, I'm a new revert, but if the Mahdi was going to arrive to unite the Muslim world when it's extremely divided, and when the Jewish supremacists have taken over, is that not now? Real Muslims are waiting for Jesus, yes, and then Jesus comes. Someone said slow news day, absolutely not. So yeah, I just came back from London, as you guys understood. We were raising money for the Lent Ramadan charity. I want Christians and Muslims to unite. That's the whole objective with love speech. And I tweeted, Trump at 80 years old will rather drag America to World War III than have his Epstein blackmail footage released. Fuck Israel and fuck all their supporters. Fuck Israel. Fuck Israel. Trying to get you to say, oh, condemn Hamas. Trying to get you to say that Israel has the right to exist.
SNEAKO, let us all do a duet for the whole of Ummah now.
You can. Let me do my show. Maybe I will, not right now. I just don't want people. I'm thinking about the optics constantly, and people are going to say it's performative and stuff. U.S. Israel bombs Iran, so Iran responds to bombing Sunni civilizations despite attempts by latter to de-escalate. This is a Resistar Khan game they've been playing for decades. Iran gains legitimacy in Islamic world for military expansionism by theatrical solidarity with Palestine. This is the hardcore Sunni position, or not. I wouldn't even say Sunni, the hardcore Sunni position, but just a hardcore anti-Shia position. But remember, Iran was the only state that was supporting Palestinian resistance. Iran is the only real threat to Israel right now. If you think that Iran is just doing this to expand and to separate from the Sunnis, then how come the rest, where's the rest of the Arab world when it comes to stopping what Israel was doing in Palestine and it still is doing? Where are they? Where are our leaders? Where's anybody that's speaking up against this injustice? It's invisible. Let's be real. Iran right now, and the reason that they've been dying to bomb Iran so bad, Israel and the U.S., is because it's the last real threat. Yet they might not be perfect. You might disagree with them, have small disagreements. But right now, talking about Sunni Shia is exactly what they want. They want more division from the Goyam. This is the time to remember, stop all Goyam division. What is the real issue right here? It's Jewish supremacy in Israel. Using England, using the United States for their bidding. Trying to summon the Antichrist. Every other aspect of the Goyam division is serving that greater purpose. It's helping them out. For the Antichrist to arrive, they need world corruption. Stop all Goy division. All of it. If there's ever been a wake-up call to stop these petty fightings, yes, you might disagree about small things. And when I get people in here like, oh, Wahhabi and Salafi and Shia, this is... talk about ICE. What about Catholics and Orthodox and back and forth? And yes, I've not been perfect about this too, going back and forth with Christians about small things. But there was an extremely important moment that I had with Muhammad Hijab and Ali Dawa when we were doing the stream yesterday. When I started talking about Jewish eschatology, started talking about Epstein, started talking about the Rothschild family, the central bank system, and all the connections and what it has. Not only did more people come into the stream and more people seem united, but we came to realize that all the division and with Christians, it's so useless and it's creating better fights, and the same people are rubbing their hands together that we're doing what they want us to be doing. In the Quran, Allah says the greatest ally of the Muslims is the Christians, that we are the closest. Muslims and Christians, Allah says this in the Quran. Muslims and Christians are the closest. So let's use, instead of trying to convince, oh, you Trinity this, Jesus is not God. Okay, you're going to believe this, but that's not the main important issue. You can do the dawah later. You can get to the arguments later and to the division later. Let's get to the main issue right now. They are trying to get to the end of times. Not schizo. This is bigger than geopolitics. This is about greater Israel, and it's about the Messiah. It's about who the true Messiah is. This has been going on for thousands of years. Christians and Muslims, no more. No more Goy wars. This is the stuff that pissed me off. So Tate tweets, as soon as the strikes happen, Tate tweets, nobody wants this war. Tate, you have tech teams in Israel. You have tech teams in Israel. You said, you and your brother allegedly said that your tech teams in Israel can pull the plug on your business at any second. That's why SNEAKO did it. The song's inappropriate. You spent a whole Jewish podcast apology tour pointing the finger at me because of a song that offended the people that brought us into this war. You didn't spend the podcast tour talking about Epstein, talking about the Iran war, talking about the regime change mistake in Venezuela. In fact, you were waving around a gun, Andrew Tate, saying, yes, American empire, thank you, Trump. Now the Strait of Hormuz is closed. Why is that? Because they said, if you strike Iran, we're going to cut off the oil supply. Where does U.S. and Israel get other oil? From Venezuela. Dipshit. You fell for the propaganda. We need to invade Greenland. America's good. And then you're trying to run for Prime Minister of England? What side are you on? Are you a Muslim or do you have tech teams in Israel? Are you America first or Britain first? Are you a Zionist or what are you? Or are you just talking? Nobody wants this war. Now you say it after it starts? Then maybe you should have been waving around a gun and doing no criticism of Trump at all. Yes, regime change, more wars, take it all. $2 to $3 billion from that regime change in Venezuela, from taking that oil. It went to Israel. They're supplementing that loss from the Strait of Hormuz. Completely. Is he going to correct himself on that? No. You have to come to, you can't try to please everybody. You can't be against this war and have tech teams in Israel. If you want this war to stop, call up your tech teams in Israel and say stop bombing the rest of the world. Remember this too. Patrick Bet-David sucked Netanyahu dry. Patrick Bet-David, okay, I'm a numbers guy. I'm a numbers guy. This war is good. Okay, pull up that clip, Adam. So 80% of Iranians support this war. So PBD, go back to Iran now. Go back now. What, they're saying that Khamenei's dead? That they killed the supreme leader? Then go back. Patrick Bet-David comes into my country, our country, and starts trying to encourage us to get into another war. Bringing Netanyahu on his podcast, pushing Judeo-Christian values. Okay, fine. Iran is against the supreme leader. Now you're free to go leave. Go back to your country now. How many more times do we need to get pulled into these wars because of people like PBD pretending to be America first while we make the same exact mistake again? Netanyahu's on your podcast with no real pushback, saying that we need to put a roast to go clean up his image. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a numbers guy. How much does the flight cost? I'll buy it for you. First class. Go back to Iran now. Who else? Trump cheering for Trump wars. War's good. Piers Morgan saw the Epstein files and he said, well, could it be, allegedly, could it be Russia that's behind Epstein? No, it's Israel behind it. That's why Trump's getting into it. That's why all these politicians support it. Israel has pedophile blackmail on the majority of influential people in our country. It's a fact. Allegedly. He says he works for the Rothschilds. He says the Goyam should work in the real world. Epstein said the Goyam should work in the real world. We'll work in finance. We'll let the Goy do all the hard work. Ehud Barak is visiting his estate. He's saying he has a meeting set up with Netanyahu. Epstein's girlfriend is Ghislaine Maxwell. Her father is Robert Maxwell, Mossad terrorist, founder of Israel. These people are so clearly part of that terrorist Israel state. It's not Russia. In fact, Putin's doing the right thing right now. He said that this was incorrect. Putin said this shouldn't have happened. And we're supposed to hate Putin for some reason. The FIFA World Cup is supposed to say that, oh, Russia's evil so they can't go compete in our soccer Goy Slob games, right? And then FIFA says, let's go build stadiums in the Gaza Strip. They pretend to be morally good by saying Russia is evil because they're going to war with Ukraine. Okay. Then why is Israel allowed to go play in the qualifiers? And then now you're going to build stadiums after they just genocided and wiped out almost an entire civilization? Fuck FIFA. And fuck people who are trying to make it seem like how is Putin the bad guy in this situation? What did he do? I'm supposed to hate him?